everyone, myself Prayak Patel, working as assistant professor in IT ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Now in today's video lecture, I will discuss about the principle of inclusion and exclusion. We already discussed the what is the inclusion and what is the exclusion in our previous lecture using some examples. Now here theorem of the principle of inclusion and exclusion is like this. The principle of inclusion and exclusion, consider a set S with mod S equal to n. That means set S having n element and conditions Ci 1 less or equal to I less or equal to t, each of which may be satisfied by some of the elements of S. The number of elements of S that satisfy the none of the conditions Ci 1 less or equal to I less or equal to t is denoted by n bar, n dash. That means if no any element are satisfying condition, then it is called the n bar or n dash. So n bar or n dash is equal to n C1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash up to the Ct dash, because our last element is a t. Condition is 1 less or equal to I less or equal to t. That means last element is C of t. So here this consider the not satisfying the any condition C1, C2, C3 up to Ct, where n bar equal to what is the equation. So we already discussed this some basic equation. Now here this is a common equation for the principle of inclusion and exclusion. So n bar, that means n C1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash up to Ct dash is equal to n minus, first component is n, so first is n minus, now all the individual element nc1, nc2, nc3 up to nct. Now third part plus n pairing of two elements, that means 1 2, 1 3, 1 4 up to 1 t. So nc1 c2 plus nc1 c3 up to the nc1 ct. Now after that, next element is 2 3, 2 4, 2 5 up to 2t, 3 1, 3 3 3, 3 4, 3 5 up to 3t, like this. So here last element in pairing of two element is considered as a nct minus 1 ct, because here we include the element as a 1 2, not as a 2 2. So here t minus 1 nct minus next part is a nc1 c2 c3, means combination of three elements. So all the combination of three elements like C1, C2, C3, C1, C2, C4, then C1, C2, CT, then C1, C3, C4 up to C1, C3, CT, and last is a N CT minus 2, CT minus 1 and CT. So this is our last element for the combination of three elements. And at the last, how many times we repeated this process for the t element? We repeat this process for t times. So last is plus minus 1 raised to t, because here sign is depend on element t. So minus 1 raised to t, because we write here one time plus, then minus, then plus, minus, like this. So minus 1 raised to t n c1, c2, c3, c4 up to ct. So value of the t is any up to the n element. So this is considered as a common equation or theorem principle of inclusion and exclusion. Now here we rewrite this equation in some another way is like this: n dash or n bar equal to n minus combination of individual element, that means n of ci, and what is the value of I equal to 1 to t. So equation is sigma 1 less or equal to I less or equal to t n ci plus second part is a combination of two elements. So combination is like ci cj. So sigma 1 less or equal to I less than j less or equal to t and ci cj. That means I is always less than j. So here we write only less than between I and j, not less or equal. Now next component is a plus combination of three elements, then ci, cj and ck, n of ci, cj, ck. Now what is the value of I, j and k? So I is less than j, j is less than k and k is less or equal to t. So condition is sigma 1 less or equal to I less than j less than k less or equal to t plus last term is minus 1 raised to t and c1, c2, c3, c4 up to ct. So this is a called principle of inclusion and exclusion. So this is our theorem. Now some proof are here for this theorem. So here some condition consider for each x belongs to S. X means number of conditions at a time. So how many number of conditions satisfy at a time, it called the x. So x satisfy exactly r of the condition, then means we can say that the 1 less or equal to r less or equal to t. Now for the x equal to 0, that means here no any condition is satisfied, then x equal to 0, that means RC0. This representation is called the RC0, and RC0 equal to 1, so one time this condition is satisfied. Now if x equal to 1, that means RC1 is equal to r. So we can say that the r time sigma 1 less or equal to I less or equal to t NCI is satisfied. In this equation, how many time particular statement is satisfied? So first term is n bar equal to n. So first n satisfy one time always. Then next term NCI. So NCI term satisfy r times. Now next condition is a x equal to 2. That means RC2. So RC2 time this condition sigma NCI Cj is satisfied. So here find the value of RC2, and according to this value we can consider NCIJ term executed for particular this time. Now for if x equal to 3, that means RC3. So RC3 times sigma NCI Cj Ck will be satisfied. So this all are considered as a some way how we can find how many time particular statement will be executed. Now for x equal to r, that means RCR is equal to 1. So last condition NC1, C2, C3, C4 up to CR is satisfied for one time only. So see in this equation we write the last term NC1, C2, C3, C4, Ct only one time, and we write the n as a only one time as a first term. So this according to this way we can find the value of this theorem. So conclusion or addition of this all the term is like 1 minus r plus RC2 minus RC3 up to the minus 1 raised to r RCR. Now understand this thing using one another theorem. The number of element in S that satisfy at least one of the conditions Ci, where 1 less or equal to I less or equal to t is given by NC1 or C2 or C3 up to Ct is equal to n minus n bar. So here OR operation is there. So S0 equal to n. Now what is the S1? S1 means second term. So S1 equal to all the individual element, that means NC1 plus NC2 up to the NCT. Now S2. S2 means combination of two elements. So C1, C2, C1, C3, C1, Ct. Then C2, C3 up to the Ct minus 1 Ct. This is called the S2. Now for the K term, Sk equal to sigma 1 less or equal to K less or equal to T and Ci1, Ci2, Ci3 up to Cik for the last term, where the summation is taken over all the selection of size K from the collection of T conditions. Then we can say that the Sk has Tck summations. So here n bar equal to final equation for the n bar is equal to S0 minus S1 plus S2 minus S3 up to the minus 1 raised to T St. So this is another equation for the principle of inclusion and exclusion. So we can write the equation like n minus sigma something, or we can write the S0 minus S1 plus S2 minus S3 up to the minus 1 raised to T St. Now using this theorem we consider the one example, principle of inclusion and exclusion example. So here determine the number of positive integer n where 1 less or equal to n less or equal to 100 and n is not divisible by 2, 3 or 5. Now understand one thing, here total element is from 1 to 100 and condition is like divisible by, not divisible by 2, not divisible by 3 and not divisible by 5. So here consider the condition C1, C2, C3. Now first thing is what is the S? Set S equal to 1, 2, 3 up to 100. So mod S n equal to 100. Now first condition is condition C1. C1 means if n is divisible by 2, then it is considered as a C1. Here we consider the opposite of the given data. So here our target is not divisible by 2, 3 and 4, but here we consider the reverse thing. That means C1 condition is n is divisible by 2. Then condition C2 is n is divisible by 3 and condition C3 is n is divisible by 5. So all the three conditions are reverse condition according to our given data. Now here what is our goal? Then our answer is to find n C1 dash into C2 dash into C3 dash, because C1 means divisible by 2, C2 means divisible by 3, C3 means divisible by 5, and our target is not divisible by C1, C2 and C3. That means n C1 dash into C2 dash into C3 dash. Now for that, first what is the n C1? N C1 means element divisible by 2. So n C1 is equal to total element is 100. Now divisible by 2, that means 100 divided by 2 equal to 50. That means 50 element or 50 number are as it is, like 2, 4, 6, 8. All these number are divisible by 2. So total 50 number are divisible by 2. Now NC2, that means number divisible by 3. So 100 divided by 3 is equal to 33 point something, but we consider here on the integer part. So 33 is our answer. So sequence is like 3, 6, 9, 12. These all the numbers are divisible by 3. Now NC3 means number of element divisible by 5. So 100 divided by 5 equal to 20. So total 20 number are divisible by 5, like 5, 10, 15, 20, like this. So we have a value of n1, n2, n3. Now what is the nC1, C2? nC1, C2 means number divisible by 2 and number divisible by 3. Both the conditions are applied same time. That means 2 into 3 means 6. So 100 divided by 6 equal to 16. Now nC1, C3, that means number is divisible by 2 and divisible by 5. So 5 multiplied 2 equal to 10. So 100 divided by 10 equal to 10. And last is nC2, C3. That means C2 means 3. C3 means 5. So 5 into 3 means 15. So 100 divided by 15 equal to 6. And C1, C2, C3. That means divisible by 2, 3 and 5 is equal to 100 divided by 30. 2 into 3 into 5 equal to 30. So answer is 3. So this is a value for nC1, C2, C3, C1, C2, C1, C3, C2, C3 and C1, C2, C3. Now from this value we have to find our equation nC1 dash, C2 dash and C3 dash. So equation is like S0 minus S1 plus S2 minus S3. Now here another way we can write the S0 means n. So n, S1 means all the combination of one element. So nC1, nC2 plus nC3 plus next is S2. S2 means combination of two elements. That means nC1, C2 plus nC1, C3 plus nC2, C3, like this. And last one is a nC1, C2, C3. So here all the combination S3, that means all the elements nC1, C2 and C3. So here according to our value, all the value are available here. So put each and every value here and we will find the value equal to 26. That means what is the meaning of 26? And 26 means nC1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash. That means here all the numbers that are not divisible by 2, 3 and 5 is equal to 26. So this number 26 number are like 1, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. All are already displayed on the screen. So this all the 26 number are not divisible by 2, not divisible by 3 and not divisible by 5. All the three conditions are satisfied. So here we discuss the another example, example number 2. The equation x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 18. We now answer the same question with the restrictions that xi less or equal to 7 for all 1 less or equal to I less or equal to 4. That means x1, x2 up to x4. And condition for the each and every x1, x2, x3 and x4 is less or equal to 7 value. Now here S is the set of solutions of x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 18. So here we can say that the n equal to S0. That means all the combination without any restriction is considered as a n. So here n is equal to S0 is equal to 4 plus 18 minus 1, 18. So here we can say that the 21C18. So we already know the n plus r minus 1 r. So according to this formula, we find the S0 is equal to 21C18. Now here for the next value, we say that a solution x1 plus x1, x2, x3, x4 satisfies the condition Ci, where 1 less or equal to I less or equal to 4 if xi greater than 7 or xi greater or equal to 8. That means here we can say that our condition is total of this 4 value is equal to 18. Now here we consider the first condition Ci, that means C1 is like this: xi greater than 7, that means xi greater or equal to 8. So if the one value is greater or equal to 8, then what is the resultant value? The answer to this problem is n C1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash, C4 dash. So here n C1, n C2, n C3, n C4 all we have to find first. To compute the n C1, we consider the first condition integer solution x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 10 with each xi greater or equal to 0 for all 1 less or equal to I less or equal to 4. Now why here write the 10? Because here we consider the reverse condition, because all the element is compulsorily less than 7 or equal to 7, but here we consider the greater than 7 value. If we consider the one value as a greater than 7, that means value is 8. So if we put the any one value as a 8, then remaining is 18 minus 8 is equal to 10. So here x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 10. So according to this value, we can find or consider the condition. We add the 8 to this value and we will get the value as a x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 18. Now here, what is the value of NCI? So NCI is equal to 4 plus 10 minus 1 C10. That means R value equal to 10 and N value equal to 4, because 4 element is available and R equal to 10. So 13C10 is a result for the NCI. Now what is the value of S1? S1 means 4C1 into 13C10. So here we consider the 4C1 because we apply the first condition. Total 4 condition is available: x1, x2, x3, x4. So first we put the 4 at upper side and first we consider the one condition. So 4C1 into 13C10 because we have already value NCI. So S1 means how many times this condition is satisfied, and for one time our value is 13C10. That means 4C1 into 13C10. Now same way we can find the value of NC1, C2, then NC1, C3 like this. Now for the condition NC1, C2. So apply the condition 1 and 2 both at a time. Is the number of integer solution of x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 2, where xi greater or equal to 0 for all 1 less or equal to I less or equal to 4. Now see here, our first condition is x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 18, but when we consider condition C1, that means this value is greater than or equal to 8. That means one value is greater or equal to 8, then result is 10, total is 10, remaining total equal to 10. Now we here consider C1 and C2, both satisfy the condition like greater than or equal to 8 value. That means 18 minus 8 minus 8, that means value is equal to 2. So equation is x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 2. Now find the NC1, C2. So here 4 is equal to consider as a n, r equal to 2. So 4 plus 2 minus 1, C2 is equal to 5 C2. Now S2 means how many times this condition will be satisfied. So this condition will be satisfied for 4C2 time. So first we write the 4C2 and second part is 5C2. So multiplication of these two. Now next NC1, C2, C3 like this. So Ci, Cj, Ck equal to 0 and NC1, C2, C3, C4 is equal to 0. Why? Because here already total equal to 2. So no any condition for the third element or no any condition for the fourth element are satisfied for the greater than or equal to 8 value. So here we find the C1, C2, C1, C2, C3, C1, C2, C3, C4 all are considered as a greater than 8 value. But our condition is reverse. So our next equation is n C1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash, C4 dash is equal to S0 minus S1 plus S2 minus S3 plus S4. Now put all the values here and we will get the value as a 246. That means we can consider here total possibilities for the combination is 1330 non-negative integer solution are possible. For the x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 18. But only 246 solutions are possible for the our condition xi less or equal to 7 for all the 1 less or equal to I less or equal to 4. Now one another formula for this principle is for all m n belongs to z plus if m less than n then sigma I equal to 0 to n minus 1 raised to I n c n minus I into n minus I raised to m is equal to 0. So using this formula we can find the solution of the examples. Now another example, example number 3. In how many ways can the 26 letters of the alphabet be permuted so that none of the pattern car, dog, spoon or bite occurs? So you have to arrange the 26 letter in different ways, but none of these 4 characters CAR, DOG, PUN and BYTE, these are not repeated. So here this is a condition. So none of this pattern is occur in our sequence. Then how we can find the solution of this problem? Let S denote the set of all the permutations of the 26 letter. That means no any condition is applicable. Then for the using the 26 character, how many combination is possible? So mod S equal to 26 factorial because 26 character is available. So using the 26 character you can find the value as a 26 factorial combination of the all the alphabet 1 to 26. For each 1 less or equal to I less or equal to 4. A permutations in S is said to satisfy the condition Ci if the permutation contain the pattern card, dog, coon or bite respectively. So C1 means consider the first condition, C2 means second condition, C3 means third condition, C4 means fourth condition, like this. So here in order to compute the NC1, for example, we count the number of ways the 24 symbols are arranged. So here for the NC1, that means we cannot include the our conditions. So NC1, that means condition 1 C1. C1 condition is we include the CAR, compulsorily we include the CAR. So here what is the different character available? What is the different symbol available? So first symbol is a CAR because compulsorily we have to arrange the CAR in this pattern card. And remaining character is a B because A is already using car. So B, D, E, F, then P, Q. R is already used. So here we write the ST up to the XYZ can be considered for the 24 different symbols. So NC1 equal to 24 factorial and similar way we find the NC2, NC3, NC4 all the elements. So in NC2 means consider the compulsorily include the one thing is a DOG. So your first character is a DOG and remaining all the characters is like this A, B, C like this. And we find the 24 factorial for the second dog. Then third one is a PUN. So for this also we find the 24 factorial and for the last bite having a 4 character. So we here consider or find the value NC4 equal to 23 factorial, not as a 24 factorial. So these all value are available NC1, C2, C3. Now next we combine the two conditions. So NC1, C2 we deal with the 22 symbols because here compulsorily we add the car, compulsorily we add the dog. So car and dog is compulsorily added, then remaining all character is like this. So total 22 symbols are available. So for that we can say that the NC1 C2 equal to 22 factorial. Now same way NC1 C3, that means compulsorily you have to include the first and third character and you have to find the value. So same way we find the NC1 C3 and C2 C3 is equal to 22 factorial. Now NCI C4 is equal to 21 factorial for I not equal to 4. So same way we find all the values. Now NC1 C2 C3, that means included 1, 2 and 3 letters. Then our value is 20 factorial. Now same way Ci, Cj and C4 equal to 90 factorial for the one less or equal to I less than j less or equal to 3. And last one is a n C1, C2, C3, C4. If we include all the four symbols, then remaining symbols and included the four symbol, we get the different symbol as a 17. So 17 factorial available for the n C1, C2, C3, C4. Now, so the number of permutations in S that contain none of the given pattern is n C1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash and C4 dash. So we already find the C1, C2, C3, C4. That means we include these four characters, then it is called the n C1, C2, C3, C4. But we cannot include these four characters, then that means n C1 dash, C2 dash, C3 dash, C4 dash is equal to, we have all the values according to our equation. So put this value here. So 26 factorial minus 3 times 24 factorial plus 23 factorial plus 3 times 22 factorial plus 3 times 21 factorial minus 20 factorial plus 3 times 19 factorial plus 17 factorial. So here we can find this value according to this. Now another example for this is 6 married couple are to be seated at the circular table. In how many ways can they arrange themselves so that no wife sits next to her husband? So how many ways are possible for this condition? So for that, for 1 less or equal to I less or equal to 6, we let Ci denote the conditions where a seating arrangement has coupled I seated next to each other. So your condition is 6 married couple are available. Then 6 married couple are to be seated at a circular table. In how many ways can they arrange themselves so that no wife sits next to her husband? So here our condition is not wife sit to her next to her husband. So we consider the opposite thing and we find the resultant value as a n C1 bar, C2 bar, C3 bar like this. So for that, to determine the n C1, for the instance we consider the arranging 11 distinct objects, namely couple 1 consider as one object, because here we consider C1, that means first couple n C1. So different how many couple are possible? C1, C2 up to C6, because 6 couple are there. So n C1, that means first couple compulsorily arranged in particular way, like husband and wife both with the equal or next location. So here consider the both in couple form, and the other 10 people arrange in any way, because total we have a 12 people. Out of the 12 people, one consider as a couple form and remaining 10 element is a individual. So you can arrange the 10 different people and one couple. So total 11 are possible. So 11 distinct object can be arranged around a circular table in 11 minus 1 factorial, that means in 10 factorial ways. Now for the same way we can find the n C1 is equal to 2 into 10 factorial. Now here the 2 takes into account whether the wife is in couple 1 is seated to the left or right of her husband. So here we write these thing 2, because here we have to arrange the total 11 couple, 11 group, 10 as an individual person, 1 as a couple. So total 11 things are there, but this couple also arranged in 2 ways. First, for example, first way is seated to the left or right of her husband, means wife seated to left side of her husband or right side of husband. So similarly we n C1 equal to 2 into 10 factorial for 2 less or equal to I less or equal to 6. And what is the value of S1? So we already know what is the n C1. So S1 means how many time n C1 will be executed. So 6C 1 time this will be executed, and n C1 equal to 2 into 10 factorial. So 6C1 into 2 into 10 factorial. Now same way we can find the value of C of Ig. And here we are arranging the 10 distinct objects couples I considered as a one object and couple J considered as another object, and remaining 8 peoples. So here C1 and C2 means first couple, C1 C2, that means first couple and second couple compulsorily arranged in couple way. So remaining people is 8. So here we can say that the arrangement of this is considered as a 10 minus 1 factorial is equal to 9 factorial, because 8 is a individual people, 2 couples, so total is 10. So 10 minus 1 equal to 9 factorial ways are possible for that. Now here for the two values we can say that the n of Cij equal to 2 raised to 2 into 9 factorial, because there are the two ways for the wife in couple I to be seated next to her husband, and two ways for the wife in couple J to be seated next to her husband. So because we have a two couple, and for the both the couple, wife is arranged left side or right side. So 2 raised to 2 means total 4 options are possible for that into 9 factorial. So S2 that means 6C2 into 2 raised to 2 9 factorial. Same way we find the n C1 C2 C3 is equal to 2 raised to 3 into 8 factorial. So S3 equal to 6C3 2 raised to 3 8 factorial. Now next is n C1 C2 C3 C4, that means 4 couple arranged in couple way. So is equal to 2 raised to 4 into 7 factorial as a n C1 C2 C3 C4. So S4 equal to 6C4. Here we decrease the value of R like this. So first is XC2, 6C2, then 6C3, then 6C4 like this, and 6C4 into 2 raised to 4 7 factorial. Now next for the 5 couple n C1 C2 C3 C4 equal to 2 raised to 5 into 6 factorial, and S5 equal to 6C5 into 2 raised to 5 6 factorial. Now for the last n C1 C2 C3 C4 C5 C6 equal to 2 raised to 6 into 5 factorial. So S6 equal to 6C6 2 raised to 6 5 factorial. So we have all the value of S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, S6. So we can find the final value n C1 dash C2 dash C3 up to C6 dash is like this. So here we have a value of all they are available. So we put the directly value in this equation. Sigma I equal to 0 to 6 minus 1 raised to I Si is equal to sigma I equal to 0 to 6 minus 1 raised to I 6 C I 2 raised to I 11 minus I factorial like this. So we have all the values and put this all the values, and final answer is 12771840. So we can say that in using this principle of inclusion and exclusion, we can solve the many example or many real life examples. Thank you for watching this video.